Now, is that not a beautiful graphic? Amos. This is Amos. He's my boy. Thank you, pal. He's feeling left out because I'm playing video games today. What are you smelling? Don't smell my mic. Let Daddy play. We're going to be playing Doom, the first chapter. So we're going to start a new game. And the first chapter, or first episode, is called Knee Deep in the Dead. Sounds pretty ominous. So we've got different difficulty levels, skill levels. I'm too young to die. Hey, not too rough. And hurt me plenty. I've played the first level, or this first episode, but I've not played through the whole game. I'm going to take myself a little leisurely stroll and say, hey, not too rough, or not too whatever. Let's just jump right in there and let's get it. And I love these games. The limits of technology at the time really made the creative team lean on ways to do things, and pushing that technology to the point that, I mean, this was like the first. This is like the first really. I mean, you had Wolfenstein 3D, and then some other games at the time that were immersive first-person shooters. But this game, Doom, I remember this game kind of revolutionizing the gaming, the first-person shooter gaming. Like, this was, everybody was talking about this. I didn't get to play it. My dad had it, but I didn't get to play it because it was, you know, it's demons from hell, and there's blood and guts and gore and magic and so shotgun shells. I need my shotgun at some point. Yes, secret revealed. But yeah, I didn't get to play this. I didn't get to play Wolfenstein either. I mean, they came out, and Wolfenstein was like, I think 91 or 92. Doom was out in 93. So I was still, you know, a young kid at the time. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't play, because having played this first episode, I can already tell you that I would have probably been bothered. And even now, like the way that they've designed the characters and that jerky, like pixelated motion that they're in, is kind of bothersome to me for some reason. Just it's off-putting. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. And I like the fact that these games, oh nice, here it is, shotgun. The art design is the story for these games, because you know they're limited on technology and resources, and at the time they didn't have a whole lot of capability to really dive into like cutscenes or anything, but the art design is the story. A lot of the textures, a lot of the way the map is designed, how everything is placed, that is the story. So for me, I enjoy playing these old games because it really shows how much thought the team put into really designing these levels, designing these monsters, and with the limited technology, what they put into the game for you to be able to interact with. It's just fun. It's just something about the way these textures are rendered, and the way that the pixelation of the gun and of the surroundings and environment is just it's nostalgic for me. And I know I didn't play this game. It's just this type of game is nostalgic. I think that might be why Minecraft is such a success, just because it does something. It capitalizes on something in gaming that you just don't see anymore. Yeah. Chain gun. forgot to turn on this light. Bam. Now you can see my beautiful face. So I only just realized that it shows what keys I have at the bottom of my UI there. What if I do 2? 2 is pistol, 1 is that, 3 is that, 4, I don't have 4 yet, so 3 is my shotgun. Alright. I purchased on Steam the Ultimate Doom, which is the 1995 version or release. But for some reason, I cannot customize the controls the way that I like and feel comfortable controlling them. So I actually found a mod. You know, my mouse can rotate like this, and I can strafe with some keys on the keyboard, which is what I'm familiar with from playing other computer games. Yeah, I figured so. I played through this episode a couple different times just to kind of get comfortable with talking while I'm playing. And I plan to go through the first 3 chapters, kind of like a Doom id series, for this first few episodes of Bryan Ain't a Gamer. And then I'll do the last chapter. So in the last chapter or episode, that one was added to the retail release in 1995, and all this stuff. I'm a huge geek when it comes to. I like to appreciate the art that goes into video games, because I feel like, where am I going from here? What am I looking for? Okay, I'm a little jumpy. With video games, you are immersed in the art. There's no more. I don't see any other art form as immersive as video games. So for me, when I play video games, it's not just playing video games. I'm playing art that a group of people or a person designed, and so I come at it from a point of, I want to complete it. I want to have the fullest experience I possibly can within these video games, as a kind of a storytelling medium, or really just as an art form. Oh, I still had some enemies in there. Level 3. Yeah, all that rant was just to say, you know, I love the creative process. I love creative work from a lot of people and a lot of different styles of creativity, a lot of medium. There's a lot of different media out there that you engage with it in a very unique way to that medium. You know, you engage with a painting one way, you engage with a book one way, but this video games are so unique in that a team of people are designing a world, creating something for you to interact with actively, not just passively. And oh yeah, I read that book, and then you leave it alone. Video games, a lot of times you can go back into it and find little crevices and find little things that you didn't notice before. And those things, if a video game is done well, those things were purposefully put there and meant for you to enjoy and for you to seek out and find. It's a very interesting way to engage with a group of artists. And so I come at video games from a different perspective. So like whenever I get into a new video game, even if I'm not really that interested in it, I'll like research it and look up, you know, different parts of the design process and different parts of the development story. And Doom is one that's got a lot of great videos and things that you can find online where they talk about, you know, some of the politics that happened behind the scenes and what was going on in the technology at the time, and Microsoft was interested in it at this time. And I just geek out over that stuff because it just enriches, for me, the process of playing the game. It's not just playing a game. Oh no, I hate this. I like to use this map. It's kind of a fun little cheat. Whoa, wait a second. Can I get up there? Being a completionist makes gaming so, in some way, tedious. In other ways, it makes it fun, especially in certain games like Skyrim. Good grief, that game. Miles got me convinced to play that game, and it is a rich, deep game. Like, you've got so many things you can do, and being a completionist, I can't even. Is this where I found it? Oh, rocket launcher right out of the gate. That's good. I'll use that at some point. Oh, I hate these dark rooms. A secret revealed. Yellow. I want to get this soundtrack, believe it or not. I love listening to old games soundtracks just because they're nostalgic, and they've got these moods that you just can't replicate with contemporary games. That's all right though. I'll just keep going the way they are. Oh man, I like that you can blow up things. There's like bits and pieces of this game that you wouldn't think older games had the capability of doing, like blowing up barrels next to monsters and killing them. But they have it in there, and it's fun. It's fun to be able to see that these games actually were a little more advanced than we gave them credit for. These textures and everything are so, they just elicit, it's for as minimal as they are, they elicit such a mood. I jump in these. I get so amped up when I'm playing. So like when I turn a corner and there's like some sort of gross monster somewhere. Like that guy? Oh, those things. I freaking hate those things. Alright, where are you? There's a yellow. What was that? Oh, that was the bridge over that. There's my exit. Yeah, boy. Zero secrets. Zero secrets. That's okay. Oh, whatever. No, that's fine. Whatever. Where are you shooting from? Gotcha. Yellow key needed. Whatever. Meh. Nope. Bad move. Oh, sweet. Good move. Yellow. What's up, ugly? What you doing, ugly? Take you down, son. Oh man, the thing is freaking weird. So if I'm not mistaken, the way that they made these characters, you know, nowadays when you design a game, the typical fashion is you model the characters in a 3D program and you animate them. But back then, that would have been extremely hard on the computer system, so they did these sprites. So, basically these monsters are on a single point and they move like a point in the map, right? And so they're basically images that are facing your character at all times. So like when I rotate around this barrel, it's always facing me. Well, apparently the way that they, from what I understand, I don't see how they did it. It blows my mind. But like they had a camera, and they had a sculptor, an artist, actually sculpt these characters, right? They sculpted these characters, and they posed them, and they took pictures of them, and then entered them into these sprites. Don't know how. I don't know if I fully understand how that is something that you can do. So basically, if that's correct, these are basically like stop motion, but it almost adds like this depth, like a certain type of realism to it. Obviously, it's not real, and it doesn't look real, but the fact that the monsters were sculpted, I think adds like this organic feeling to them that you just don't necessarily get from a fully CG modeled character. Like there's something a little off about these creatures. Oh, perfect. Strobing. Oh, this is tough. I don't know if it's my display settings on my computer or what, but like it's going pitch black. Like there's no light in there. Killed 100% of them. Something about having a physical thing in front of you, it makes you feel like it's more real, even though this is obviously, graphics are not amazing. What on earth? Oh, that's right. What? Who is shooting me and from where? You think? One day I'll probably jump onto that nightmare setting just for giggles. Alright, I got the red key, so let's move on this. You. I don't know why those things are gross me out, man. Those things freaking mess me up. They look like bubble gum mashed with a centaur, mashed with or a minotaur, mashed with a bodybuilder. Yeesh. Beep 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 beep. I have the blue key. One thing about these games that, I said it before, where the story is in the art design. That's the one thing, I think we've gotten kind of used to being spoon-fed in a way the story elements of a game. So we don't really appreciate the art design anymore because it's kind of leans on cutscenes and long narrative type story elements in video games. I think that we've lost a little bit of that. And when I play, games like, as much as I love games like Skyrim, like you're walking through the story and characters are guiding you through the story. And so these are a little more self-motivated. You kind of go on your own and you're experiencing the story because you don't know the story. And that's kind of, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And that's kind of a fun part of video games back in the 90s when you just didn't have a whole lot of, you didn't have a whole lot of cutscenes and things that you could lean on. At least games like this, first-person shooters, I should say. You had some RPGs that came out in the 90s that, that did that, but I think that we've just gotten a little too dependent on some of that. A secret is revealed. You can't even see me, guy. Supposedly, I don't know. I guess you can't see me. I don't know if this is actual invisibility or what. Do you ever listen to some of the sound effects of certain games like that? Oh, and the way that like the lilt at the end of his scream makes you kind of feel sorry for him, even though he's like a monster and definitely deserves death. There's just something about game, like sound design like that. Yeah, yeah, yo, whoa, 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 hey. All right, where am I now? Where am I going? I need a little guidance here. There you are. Oh, you see I jump every time I see those things, man. These things freaking scare me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did you see those guys go after each other? Oh, I see you, right? Yeah. See, yeah, that's why my dad didn't let me play this game. I'm pretty sure, as a kid. I wouldn't advocate playing this game as a kid. It's just a little too dark. It's a little dark for me, but sometimes I like to dive into that. All right. Second to last level. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, get it. Get out of here. Get out. So I don't know if, and I guess I'll find out, but I don't know if there's other weapons in different episodes or what. Like, are there other greater weapons? Because, like, I only go up to 5. What is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, I've only got 5 weapons. So I'm assuming they've got other weapons. Take it. Take it. Eat that. Whoa, where do I go? Easy. I probably could have played this on a harder level. One day. Oh, already been there. Yeah. See, is that invisibility or what is that? Oh, I should have just read the. Let me see if I can find it. Partial invisibility. Okay. So maybe. See, like, that dude can see me easy. He's sitting there shooting at me. So, how partial we talking? Headshot. I bet you I could sneak up on him a little bit easier. I thought maybe. Let me just waste all those bullets. How about that? I've flippin' been in here too many times. Now, where's my red key card? Okay, here we go. I haven't been here yet. Ain't afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you at all. You are not a fear. You do not make me afraid. I am not afraid of you. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, goodness gracious.
There's a blue key card. Now what? Oh, snap. Holy! I get chills every time I see that thing for some reason. This is like the game, the graphics are so simple, you wouldn't think that you would get this into it, but I don't typically play video games like that require this much attention. I usually play video games that I can kind of meander through and go at my pace, like Zelda and things like that. That's my game. Those are my games of choice. But this one, like, I have to be paying attention, and so I get so into it that I jump because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of it. Yeah, the art design of this game is just so. Where are we? We're gonna get lost here in this maze until I can figure out a way out. Where on earth am I going? Took him down, took him down. This shotgun has some serious range. There's no way. Only in a game of 1993 would you be able to shoot a shotgun across the map. Took a wrong turn. I think we took a wrong turn. Turn. Star Wars. Love it. Alright, blue key card. Let's get it. Let's take it. Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah! I even think it's kind of, kind of a big step that when you shoot these characters, like the blood spatter actually lands on the wall. I mean, I don't want to sound like like technology in 1993 was some sort of ancient, technology that they weren't able to do common, things that are commonplace now. But it feels like, see, like that's blood spatter. It just feels like. It feels like that could have taken quite a lot of work at the time. And like I don't feel like a game at this day and age in 1993 would have had that. And I think that those little details are what made Doom kind of stand out above. Killed 100%, got 86% of the items. All right. Where am I? There we go. That was easy. This is the most eerie level that I've come to. Obviously, it's the last level of this episode. And this music, for some reason, it's just perfect. Like, I think people realize that the score of movies and video games give the games such a rich feel like there was something in here at some point. Maybe that's in one of the harder levels. The score really adds like certain mood and things to games. And this, like, Doom is a perfect example of it. I don't like what comes next. These guys are scary. God. Ugh, so gross. Ugh. These guys knew how to design these characters. Like they freaking fold up into these gross poo-poo piles. Alright, so I'm gonna do something. Saved it. I'm gonna try and beat this guy with my own bare hands. Let's go, dude. You think you got what it takes? Dang. Oh, man. Nope, there's no way. Let's try that again. Yeah! Player was ripped open by the Baron of Hell. That's what it's called. The Baron of Hell. Alright. Let's try this. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not. Pretty sick beat. Just with the pistol. If you have not played this game, this is the rated M for mature 1993 version of Mario's. Your princess is in another castle. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat, but looks like the lost Deimos base. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno.